Hello, Shaq Redemption here, ready to continue the 92-93 season. This is season number 10 for the Indiana Pacers, coming off 6 straight championships. Not dominating the league quite as much as we have been. You can see we're not even the best team in the league so far at the All-Star break. The Lakers have the same number of wins, but have played 3 fewer games. So, they're ahead of me. However, we are well ahead of everyone else. 9 games back as the Warriors, and in the East, the Magic are 9.5 back from me. So, at the deadline, there was the blockbuster trade of Patrick Ewing for Scottie Pippen, and then got Dikembe as an upgrade as a backup big guy. We also extended John Stockton, and we're ready to go. So, not very many games here in the first few weeks. No back-to-backs until week number 3 here after the break. Lots of days off, so hopefully we can get some wins and see if Shaq can step it up now out of not playing side by side with Ewing, which I think was kind of holding him back. So we'll see how Pippen does as a Pacer. Here we go. Well, winning by 43, 12, and 18 is a good start. The Knicks aren't terrible, so, oh my. John Stockton, 23 and 22. I just talked about Shaq really stepping it up, and he went 3 for 11 with 9 points. I don't know why. Gary Payton had 5 steals. Scottie Pippen had 16 rebounds. I totally missed that. There's some interesting stats. Kemp with 20 points in 19 minutes. Reggie was very efficient. Good game, except for Shaq, pretty much. I don't know that Mutombo's got a block for my team yet in the few games he's played. The Knicks had 0 scoring. Pistons are one of the worst teams in the league, if not the worst, and this was in overtime. A 12-point win in overtime is kind of crazy. Brian Williams getting 32 points. I imagine that's a career high. No, it's not even a season high. 35. Rodman down here fouled out after many years with the Pacers and many championships with the Pacers. Scottie Pippen leading the team with 29. Stuffs the stat sheet. 5 boards, 8 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Made his only 3. Shaq with a nice game. He played extra minutes because of overtime, but also a couple guys foul out. Payton and Kellogg. Good shooting here. Over 50%. And the Bulls also aren't very good. So we didn't annihilate the teams that aren't good. We went into overtime with 1 and only 18 points over the Bulls. Shaq led the team. Reggie shot 6 threes, didn't shoot very well. 4 blocks for Sean Kemp. Mutombo did get a block there. Kellogg with a random 7 assists. 3D leads the team. He's been averaging over 20 points. He's just a mad scorer because he's on a terrible team. Let's keep on rolling here. I thought maybe we've scouted all the real people at this point. Chris Whitney still needs to finish up. And I guess I had that guy going because he was one of the best fake guys. I think we're going to have to fill in some fake guys here. Bruce Bowen still needs to finish out. We just have so many scouting spots. We didn't finish AC Earl. Alright, now we got 4 left. Let's just grab a couple of these guys at the top. Perfect. Alright, 3 more wins. Perfect. So first 50 games, 43 and 7, a 30-point win over the Jazz, who also aren't very good. So we got kind of some warm-up games here against some bad teams. We've yet to play somebody over 500. Hersey Hawkins got 27. Nice 3-point threat there of Hawkins and Ellis. was also a Pacer. It feels like, what, forever ago now. 6 seasons ago. Shaq with 33. Is that his high now? Could be. He didn't even shoot 50% though. I'm going to go ahead and look. His average has gone up a bit. He was at 18.0, I think, and his rebounds were below 10. Season high 33. There we go. So that's what he has to beat now. Got a 20-point win over the Sixers, also below 500. All the bad teams here after the All-Star break. 3 guys with 11 or more assists. Peyton, Stockton, and Pippen. That's cool. All feeding it to Shaq and Reggie getting a couple threes. I like it. I don't think Glenn Rice is scoring as much anymore. He's also playing less because Pippen's on the team. So he's going to be mad, maybe. Eddie Johnson, we got Alonzo here. Second pick, shooting barely 40%, but getting 17 and 10, 2.5 blocks. And then 14-point win over the Cavs, who are barely over 500. So we finally beat or played against a team that's got 50% wins. Shaq 4 for 14. I don't understand. I'd like to know how many games he had like that in his career. Not sure what he's shooting to miss 10 times. Please dunk the basketball. Reggie was awful too. So a combined 7 of 28 is not good. That is an equation for a loss, you would think. Mark Aguirre, still over 20 points, or back to over 20 points after being a little bit below it in his last year with Dallas. All right, the Rockets, I don't think are very good. Well, there we go. I had to say that, didn't I? They are barely over 500, but we lost by 4 because they beat us by 15 in the second quarter. Joe Dumars gets 21 in his second stint with the Rockets. Looks like nobody really... I mean, they shot a really good percentage. Only made 1 3, though. I was under 50%, and Shaq had 1 rebound. He fouled out. Why is he getting 1 rebound? Pretty random. Then we come back and beat the Bullets by 20, who are decent. Shaq was 17. Doesn't seem like the team's scoring that much consistently. Stockton with 18 assists is nice. 11 steals as a team and 14 blocks. I mean, and Mutombo didn't even have one, but having Shaq getting them, Kemp, Pippen will get a lot as a small forward. Charles Barkley was 17. Almost averaging a double-double again. Very consistent so far. And then only beat the Bulls by 11. Rookie Clarence Weatherspoon had 22 after he's averaging 8 and 8. He had a great game. Here's where I traded Rick Fox and Tyrone Hill. This was the team I got Mutombo from. Fox I traded because he was not doing well shooting. It looks like that's continuing. And Tyrone was kind of the same, and why not upgrade when you can? Reggie leads the team here. Shaq with another 12-point game, 2 for 8. So it's not exactly working out the way I thought it would, of trading Ewing so Shaq could get more touches in the post. It seems like very even scoring across the board. Here's a week of home games. Annihilated the Jazz. Finish scouting here. And another loss, this one to the Sixers by 3, but we did win by 40 here. Shaq 27 and 13, I like it. No blocks. Only missed 2 shots. Missed 6 free throws, but that's going to happen every now and then. Pippen with another. Pippen's been pretty consistent, I would say. Kellogg had 9 offensive rebounds. Stockton just an assist machine. Point guards didn't shoot very well, 11 for 30. Dikembe didn't miss a shot, but only had 1 rebound. And Reggie's down here 1 for 9 and missed all 4 of his threes with 2 points. And the Jazz couldn't score. Then a 35-point win over the Mavericks, who also are not good. Where are all the good teams? Clark Kellogg leads the team. Shaq's down here with 12 yet again. Lots of double-digit scoring. A lot of people will need to get their shots up. Drazen still averaging 18 here for Dallas. Glad that he's having a nice year. Horace Grant shooting 34%. Something's wrong with him. And here's the loss. The Sixers are not good. I was hoping that they were, so I could feel good about this loss, if that's such a thing. Looks like got out to a slow start and then never really took it back. Shaq had a good game at least. There's that. Pippen with 9 assists but shot terrible. Kemp and Rice didn't make a shot. Neither did Dikembe, but he had 1 point. Terrell Brandon. So they've got a young point guard and a young center, along with the veteran Ron Harper and Woolridge. Kind of a neat team. They might be something to deal with in a couple of years if they keep everybody. Let's check. I don't think I have anybody else that can re-sign. Ennis Watley can. He has 2 years left, but probably wouldn't do that. He doesn't really have a future on my team. It was just a part of the trade that upgraded Kerr when I got Pippen. So Pippen turned to Ewing and Kerr turned to Watley, who's, 7 better than Kerr was, something like that. So nothing to do. Let's just get through this day here. No. So we can see the February awards. We've got the Sonics signing Dwayne Farrell, so they must have needed a point guard, or a small forward, after getting rid of Pippen. Ronnie Cycli, he had a broken right ankle last season and tried to retire, and I kept him because he's 27 years old, and unfortunately he's out for another season. So there was a reason he was retiring, is because his foot literally fell off. So no more playing for Ronnie Cycli. George McLeod looks like he's going to be done for a while. Coleman tore his ACL. Probably the best guy here. Del Curry broke his humerus. All right, award races. We got Magic and James Worthy just doing nonsense here, scoring like crazy. Pippen is ahead of Shaq, which, Shaq's a rookie, so it's rare for rookies to be in the MVP race on 2K. And Pippen is getting all the stats. Not quite as many points as he's had. Rebounds are pretty close to what his high was last year. Assists is the most he's ever had. Steals the most he's had. Blocks are pretty consistent. He shot an amazing percentage, although this is almost his lowest, besides his rookie year. His threes are not great. And he fouls quite a bit. So I think he's a pretty good add to this team. Got rid of the duplication of this guy and Patrick Ewing, who is not going to get a third MVP in a row, I guess. Or is it third in a row? I think so, because he's not even in the top 5 there. Sixth man, Gary Payton, is at the top. That's pretty cool. Ewing is second in Defensive Player of the Year. Shaq's 4th. So Ewing still having a great year. Gary Payton's also in the Most Improved running. Let's see who won Player of the Week. We did get Pippen, his first as a Pacer, 2 weeks after Ewing got it as a Sonic. We got Dana Barros getting a Player of the Week. Player of the Month are Vitas and Magic. And Rookie to Shaq and Jimmy Jackson. Alright, let's take a look here. Mock draft. So the Supersonics, I just evidently made them better, because they were pretty bad when I got Pippen. But getting Patrick Ewing, who's 4 or 5 better than Pippen, I think, maybe 4, is It's made them a little bit better. I've got the Mavericks pick. Then I've got a few more down here too. Suns, Bullets, and Magic. So most of these I will not be keeping. I'll just trade for future picks likely. And let's see where I am compared to the Lakers. We are now tied, 47-9. So they caught up with me in games played. But we're 12 games ahead of everyone else. So let's get into March. Actually, before we do that, let's see if I want to make any rotation changes. Because I wasn't playing Pippen as much. Let's see what February's looked like. He has shot well. Shooting a lot less threes. So he could probably gain another minute from, well, it would have to be from Rice. And Rice has been doing really well too. Oh my, 59% from three. I forgot I have 82 overall Nick Anderson also not playing. 282 overalls, not even in the rotation. So this team is absolutely loaded. Gary Payton is up 2 more to a 92. Holy moly. Dikembe has been shooting 58%. So something about his switch to the Pacers, he's playing a lot less, but I guess because he's not the best player on the team like he was on the Bulls, he doesn't have to get the ball. Kemp shooting, oh my god, everybody's shooting a crazy percentage, so I don't know who I would take minutes away from. Peyton's at 51 for the month. I was hoping, so Shaq's average has gone up a little bit, I mean definitely compared to December, but he was also hurt for some games. When did he miss games? Where is games played? Oh, maybe it was this one, not sure. He is shooting a little bit worse than the last couple months. Clark Kellogg, 49%. He had a bad January. We already looked at Pippen. Reggie is down a little bit. His threes are still pretty good. He's already at 30. I wouldn't want to take him any further down than that. Stockton I could take a minute away from, potentially, so that he doesn't hurt himself. Let's try that. It says he should go down to 29 and Peyton should be at 37 because Peyton's 5 better. If I give Peyton another point guard, that would give Rice... Ooh, here we go. Let's do this. Rice at shooting guard, and then that lets me play Pippen one more. And that can become my new lineup. And there we go. Alright, now let's kick off March with 4 away games. We already know the Bulls aren't very good. There we go. We're barely beating the Bulls every game, though. There's a 36-point win over the Hawks, who are just over 500. Doc Rivers leading the team with 18 points. Reggie with 4 threes. We were 8 for 14 from downtown in this one. Stockton with lots of assists. Shaq with 3 blocks. Pippen with a nice game. 11-point win over the Cavs. Manute Bowles down here getting 9 rebounds and 4 blocks. He's shooting 30% for the last, well, he's always shot 30%. Is he just really bad at everything? Pretty much. Well, you're hoping to get a lot of defense and I guess rebounding out of him. Shaq leads the team. Lots of guys with 6 assists here. 6 steals for Stockton. And then beating the Bulls. Weatherspoon with another big game. His average has gone up a point, partly in thanks to 2 games against me. Pippen leads the team. Reggie with a good game. Kellogg, not great shooting. Shaq only 15 and 8, but got 3 steals. Like, there shouldn't be games where he only shoots 7 times. Peyton, 10 assists. Alright. Whoops. Four more wins. Not by many, except for that Warriors game. 6-point win over the Knicks. Larry Johnson, 28 and 8. He's only averaging 12 and a half. He's playing a lot less, so that's part of it. Bernard King's down here with 6 points. His scoring has dipped a lot. He's playing less as well. He's 36, not retiring yet. There we go, Shaq, 25, 3 blocks. Pippen with a big double-double. Stockton as well. Peyton was only 4 for 12. Reggie only 3 for 10. I mean, 1 or 2 guys can have a bad game, and we'll still be okay, but we're not annihilating teams quite as often as we were in previous years. It's probably the Patrick Ewing effect. Pistons still aren't good, beat them by only 8. Triple-double for Scottie Pippen. Not many triple-doubles coming from the Pacers. So that's cool to see that we have somebody that can do that now. Brian Williams scoring even more on me. Or not even more, because he had, 32 last time. The Warriors are actually good. So they were second in the West when we looked a little bit ago and beat them by 26. Shaq with a huge game, 6 blocks. Reggie makes 4 threes. Stockton continues to get 15 assists. Robert Horry got to play a minute because Kemp and Pippen fouled out. Danny Manning getting 25 and 11. And then beat the Hawks by 7. Oh, new career high for Shaquille O'Neal. He is a super happy camper as well. So we've got Mark Aguirre scored the most of the season, 49. Xavier McDaniels shooting lots of free throws. Roy Tarpley, a rebounding machine. Dennis Rodman got 20 defensive. Magic. Pippen has the steals record, or league high. That was before I got him. But Shaq has the blocks. Kendall Gill, minutes played. Glad to see that Shaq is getting some high-scoring games under his belt. 19 assists for Stockton. He's averaging now 13.4. Not quite the most he's done, but pretty close. His scoring's gone down a bit. That's fine with me. He's also still super happy, shooting 50, 40, 80. Good stuff. It's a bonus with 37. He's averaging 22 points. 6 weeks left. Let's get through March here in a bit. 4 more wins, up to 58 and 9. A close one against the Bucks, who are now 40 and 28. I don't see why they're so good, but Purvis Ellison is averaging 16 and 9. They got Billy Owens, 12 and 7. They got Kukoc. A lot of mediocre role players, I guess, piecing together to make a good team. Unlike mine, who is a team of just studs. Shaq, only 6 rebounds. Nobody had more than 7, so surprisingly, we won with only 28 rebounds as a team. We lost by 15 rebounds. Scottie Pippen got 7 steals. That's cool. And also was kind of close. That's probably the closest I've ever seen somebody come to a quadruple-double in this 10-year simulation. Beat the Celtics, who are great, or pretty good, after signing Hakeem Olajuwon. Of course, you're going to be pretty good. Shaq, 15. A lot of good games. Bird still doesn't say he's retiring, so he's happy with his 16, 5, and 6. He's down to 27 minutes a game. He doesn't have to be the focal point because this man is in Boston. He's not very happy for some reason. Not quite understanding that. They're a good team. Blowout of the Knicks. KJ with 19. Not playing as much as he did last year. Poor guy only has gotten up to a 74 overall, so he's not going to hit what he should have in his career. Where's Bernard? 8 points again. He is struggling. Stockton leads the team. 7 assists is like a season low, I'd imagine. 6 for 18. Reggie, can you let somebody else shoot if you're going to do that? Glenn Rice was great. Got Peyton with a double-double and 4 steals. And then 13-point win over the Blazers, who aren't quite as good as they have been because that's where Hakeem Olajuwon was before he left for Boston. They did sign Isaiah, who is an upgrade at point guard. He is getting more points and assists than previously and playing a lot more. Drexler, I thought his scoring would go up with Olajuwon leaving, but he's actually playing less and his scoring's gone down, interestingly enough. Hopefully Roy Tarpley, nope, he's still scoring quite a bit. I guess he's their post presence now with Olajuwon gone. Shaq, 20 and 5. His rebounds have been kind of low. My team rebounds haven't been so great, really. Reggie's down there with 5 points. Kind of a weird game. Keep on rolling. That's hit 142. That's a lot of points. Oops. So back-to-back wins against the Suns. The first one by 36 at home. Pippen, Shaq, Peyton, almost 4 guys with 20 in that one. Kemp was the one with the double-doubles. Stockton also had one. Kellogg, 9 assists. Mutombo had 5 assists. We had 49 assists on 54 field goals. Oh my. That's a crazy percentage. We got 39-year-old Alex English, who is finally walking away from the game of basketball. He's still averaging 15 points on 52% shooting, so I'm not sure he should be retiring. He looks like a very effective player still. He had several years in Seattle before they got Pippen. I don't think Pippen and English were ever on the same team. Maybe they were. I don't know. I guess I can look. 90-91 was his last. Where's Pippen? No. So they replaced English with Pippen. Kind of makes sense. There's a 21-point win, so we switched over to Phoenix. Tracy Murray leads the team that time. He's averaging 15.5 points as a rookie. Special K leads the team with 21. Peyton with a nice game. Shaq's down here with 7 blocks, but only 10 points. And then a 10-point win over the Bullets. Let's see how Pippen's averaging now. So points, 18, 8, and 6. His threes are still struggling, but at least he was shooting fewer of them. Haven't looked at Reggie in a while. He is shooting better than he did last year. Playing a little less, scoring a little less. He's not super happy about it. I'm not sure why. He shouldn't be looking to score even more than that because he's only an 83 overall. Mutombo's only 44% for some reason. He's delighted, so he likes his backup role. He's still got good per 36 stats. Bullets, Barkley's still not averaging over 18. Sad to see Chuck. 11-point win over the Kings. They are terrible. Probably should have annihilated them. They got Macon and Abdul Rauf and Hornacek, a little trifecta of guards there. Shaq played 40 minutes because Kellogg fouled out. I'd rather Kemp play some extra minutes if that's the case. Shaq had 16 in 40 minutes. He should be getting more than 16. How's Johnny doing? 12 and 13, still shooting really well. Haven't looked at Rice in a while. He's still happy. Per 36. Great score. Almost 50% from 3-point. Peyton's just amazing. Surprised that he's happy playing 30 minutes off the bench. Like, he's top 5 player in the league at this point, but it feels so weird to try to start him over Stockton or even Reggie, even though he's almost 10 better. Kemp's amazing. Kellogg is not super happy, but still a very effective player. Super consistent guy. Shaq's, I don't think, going to make it to 20 points per game as a rookie. I hope he can get to 10 rebounds, but not if he keeps having games where he gets 6. That's not going to cut it. Let's get through. We've got 3 weeks left. Yeah, let's just get through this. We lost to the Hornets there at the end for the second part of the back-to-back there. So our 10th loss comes at game 75. We did beat the Lakers by 10. That's a good sign. We are 8 games better than them. So after starting the All-Star break where they were a game and a half up, we have definitely surpassed them. Here I am talking about Shaq's averages, and he gets a 7 and 9 and 3 for 13. Hopefully with a little experience will come some better consistency with his scoring and his field goal percentage. So I don't know why he's missing that many shots when all he should be shooting are dunks and hooks. Worthy, we got Magic probably going to get another MVP, although Worthy could if he's going to score 26 points per game. Only a 2-point win over the Celtics, so that was a close one. They came back in the 4th, it looks like. Walt Williams is at the top. So rookie Walt getting 24 points. Reggie leads the team with Kellogg. Shaq did get 5 blocks. 2.9 is about the highest I've seen, like, for a full season of blocks per game in, like, normal minutes played. Pippen with probably his lowest scoring game, I think, as a Pacer, only 6. So we win by 32 and then we lose by 4. This was the home game. Shaq has not been over 20 in several games now. Everybody scoring 10 is part of the problem. But that's what you get when you have the team full of people that score. I mean, other than Mutombo, all these guys, and Stockton to an extent, who happens to be at the top, ironically, everybody else likes to shoot the ball. They're not even 500, and we lost by 4. First quarter was terrible. Only scored 21 points. Shaq still struggled, so he's not even going to be at 19. I was saying he won't make it to 20. He won't even make it to 19 points per game, unfortunately. Let's go see who won the March Awards. We did have some firings here. Pistons. Lionel Hollins has been hired as the Nuggets coach. That's pretty cool that he's a coach, because it wasn't too long ago that he retired. And I don't know if they have it like in the data, like who should become coaches. But if so, it's pretty cool. Because he wasn't like a super high overall to become a coach or anything like that. Larry Bird has been injured. Award races, we got Magic, Worthy, and then Pippen, Shaq, and Stockton. So it's all Lakers and Pacers here. The Lakers guys are having better stats, so they're going to get it this year, I would imagine. Shaq looks like he's locked up Rookie of the Year with more points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks than Mourning, so should be safe there. Sixth man, Sabalos has passed Peyton. That's not cool. I was really hoping he would get that since I have a 92 overall person on the bench, but might not be scoring enough. Hakeem possibly getting Defensive Player of the Year for the 7th time. No, 5th. My bad. 5th time. So he won it for 4 years straight before Ewing got Or is it? Yeah, he got 3 of them. 88, 91, 92. Oh, so it wasn't 4 years straight. So who got it in 90? Was it Robinson? Yes. So those 3 guys have gotten like all the Defensive Player of the Years throughout this so far. Most Improved Peyton's not even in this anymore. Brian Williams is averaging a double-double. Players of the Week in March, we had Stockton and Shaq. The Nets get a pair of guys there. Hakeem gets one. Ewing did get another one for the Sonics. Player of the Month goes to Hakeem and Manning. So I might go a full year without a Player of the Month, unless you count either Pippen up here in November or Ewing in January. But they didn't do it on my team. Rookie of the Month, Leitner and Gugliotta. And last check here in the standings. We are 8 games ahead of the Lakers still. We have definitely locked up the East by like a lot. We could have benched people a long time ago. Are there any awards I'm afraid of not getting? It looks like Shaq's going to get Rookie of the Year. Otherwise, nobody's going to even get it. So there's no reason not to bench people other than Shaq. And by bench, I mean lower their minutes. So let's give people some PT here. Like let Enos Watley play some. Nick Anderson can definitely play some somewhere. Still try to keep the fourth quarter relatively the same. Pippen can have a bit of a rest. And take Shaq down a couple minutes. Rice there. Kellogg can lose a couple minutes. Let's do that for a few games and see how that works out. And then we'll change it a little bit. Well, let's just go through here. Blazers, 37-point win. Reggie still gets 25 points. Shaq finally hit 20 points after taking, 3 minutes away from him? 2 at least. Pippen took minutes away from him, and he had an outstanding game, so maybe this is what guys needed. Peyton didn't make a shot. Okay. Let's go change it a bit more. Oops. We can probably let rookie Robert Horry play a little bit too. Let's get him in there. And Reggie doesn't need to play that much. Maybe one more from Shaq. Whoops. One more from Kellogg's somewhere. Let's just do it here. Alright, so we got Horry big 3 minutes. It says Shaq should only play 26. Hopefully that changes after 2 days without game. 34-point win. So we're annihilating teams as we expand our rotation. And the Nets are good. We held David Robinson and Mitch Richmond at 12 points each. I imagine they're both averaging near 20. Or at 20. 21 and 20 and a half. Nice game. Shaq, yeah, play him fewer minutes and I guess he scores more. I guess it helps when the other guys who score are not playing as much as well. Because I imagine Watley and Ori do not need to shoot. Nick Anderson gets 6 points in 8 minutes. Interesting to see how these guys do in their limited time. Let's do another little change here before our next game against the Nets. I want to give Stockton, let's just give him those 2 minutes off. Watley, let Anderson play a little bit in the second half. Kellogg another minute off there. Good enough. I don't know that Mark Eaton is going to get in the rotation. He is retiring at age 36. He has played in 4 games, random 1 minutes due to foul outs, I imagine. Another big win, 24. So whooping on the Nets, who I thought might be a challenging opponent in the playoffs, but right now it's not really looking like it. Shaq still got a double-double. Gary Payton leading the team with, in only 24 minutes, gets 21 points. Reggie had a nice game. Mutombo with 7 rebounds in 14 minutes. That's a nice average. This time Richmond and Robinson both got 20. Let me make sure I'm not ruining anybody's chances at awards. Magic is hurt, but I imagine James Worthy is not going to be able to get caught in MVP. Like 26 points is way too many for any other stats to catch up. Shaq's, I think, locked up Rookie of the Year. Gary Payton did repass Sabalos, so taking his minutes away, maybe I should give those back in hopes that he wins that. Let's do that. He can have another one there. I took these away, didn't I? Get back up to 26. He was playing 30 throughout the season, but he doesn't need to. Let's give Kemp another, which I think means Ori can play a little power forward there. Get him up to 5 minutes there in the second quarter. And maybe Shaq down another. Beautiful. And Latrell's going to go the whole rookie year without playing a game. Probably. I'm just going to go through both of these. 6-point win over the Bullets. So we did get to 70 wins for, is this the 7th straight year? I think so, because every year we won a finals. But I think the first year we made the finals we did not get. We had like 66 wins, I think. I can go check. Shaq with 13. There you go, GP. Get that 6th man of the year. And then a 17-point win over the Celtics. So it's good that we're beating these good teams in the East. Hopefully help us get to the finals again. Only 11-6 for Shaq. He also played 2 fewer minutes than I have him at, but okay. Hopefully that doesn't mean he's hurt. Let me see. Standings. Let's see where we were at. So it's 70 wins. That's 7 years. So 7 straight years with 70 or more wins. Pretty cool. 76 is going to be tough to get to. And all of these 6 previous ones were championships. So hopefully we can get a 7th. I'm going to go make sure that Shaquille O'Neal is not hurt. He's not. Okay, it was just kind of a random thing that he didn't play all his minutes. Part of me wants to let Sprewell just like run wild these last couple games. Maybe, is there anybody that's missed games? We're 70-10, so we should play, we should have 80 games played. Who was hurt before? Reggie was hurt. Kellogg was hurt. So Reggie and Kellogg could technically be benched. Let's do it. I'm gonna let. Oh, I have to do it back here. We're gonna let Reggie rest so he doesn't get hurt. He had a broken leg last year, so I don't know that we'll start Sprewell. Maybe we do. No, let's start Glen Rice. And then we can let Kellogg rest as well. Let's let Sean Kemp start. I just realized I should probably sign somebody to have a full roster heading into the playoffs. I don't have a third power forward. It's kind of Robert Ory. Let's just see who interests me. Not great point guards. There's not great anything, I don't think. Sarunas could be interesting. Jed Bushler. Anthony Bonner. We got 22-year-old Popeye Jones. He's a rookie. You might pick him up. Or Greg Foster. Popeye or Foster? Popeye's a better interior D, and they're both B plus at No, Popeye's an A plus at rebounding. Well, Popeye Jones, come on down. You don't have enough room in the hard cap to sign Popeye Jones. The hard cap? It says I can sign a player for the league minimum. This is the league minimum. Oh, if I have fewer than 14. Well, I have 14. Okay, I didn't realize that even after that trade, I was so close to the hard cap. Where do I see that? Finances. What is the hard cap? Where do I see the hard cap? 14. Where in the heck is the hard cap? Okay. Never mind then. We're just going to hope that they don't play the 13th man. Oh, shoot. I didn't save what I had, so we'll just kind of pick it apart from here. Let's, switch Rice, shooting guard. Power forward is Kemp. And we'll give Ori that for now. And let's just do it a position at a time. Maybe I do let Mark Eaton play. Let's let Mark Eaton play a little bit. Let's have him come off the bench here in the first quarter. Probably not that much. He can just play 2 minutes. Perfect. Oh, he can play these two. Try not to get Mutombo hurt, hopefully. 33. We've got really Ori's the only guy that could play power forward instead of Kemp. So let's do that. Kemp can have some extra minutes. Ori gets some PT. Nick Anderson needs to play. Let's put him. I had Watley here, I think. And actually, Peyton, Anderson. I guess Sprewell would probably be small forward. And what else can we do here? Pippen needs a break here. And Nick Anderson. Here we go. A couple more minutes from Pippen. Here. Just realized we only have Stockton at 21. I guess that's not terrible. It's the last game of the year. Probably good enough. Give Anderson. We're letting Sprewell play. Our last 2 games of the year, I guess. We're letting Sprewell play for the first time, so he doesn't go his whole rookie season without playing a game. And let's go with that. No idea what order these guys would be in. There we go. We're going to hope that Kellogg doesn't play. I wish I could just put 2 guys on reserve and only dress 12, but for some reason I can't. Alright, let's see if we can beat the Cavs in Cleveland. With that, no, we lost by 1. They are a pretty good team record-wise, although looking at their team doesn't look amazing. Where'd we lose? Fourth quarter? Up by 5, then down, up by 4. Yeah, just lost the second half. Kemp starts, gets 18 and 10 and 2 blocks. Shaq was still pretty good. Glenn Rice starts, gets 10 points, but shot not very good. Look at Latrell Sprewell in his first game in the NBA. 10 points in 19 minutes. Big Shot Bob had a nice game. Watley gets 6 assists in his 10 minutes. And Mark Eaton did nothing but get 1 block in his 3 minutes. I love it. Alright, and we will simcast this last one. The Pistons are pretty terrible. We're going to hope that this is a win. Oh no. Or a loss. Looks like a win. Not by a lot, but pulled it off. 16-point win. Pippen gets 19. Shaq only had 14 and missed more shots than he made yet again. Robert Horry had 6 assists. Didn't miss a shot, though. Sprewell, 6 points. Nice little game. In Mark Eaton's final game, didn't make a shot, but got 3 rebounds. Stockton didn't score in his 22 minutes. And thankfully, Kellogg didn't play. Let's see. Magic Johnson with his 7th MVP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8th. He has 8 MVPs now. Oh, it says 8 right there. Yeah, he's pretty good. Rookie of the Year goes to Shaq, who is so close to 10 rebounds a game. His scoring was not what I was hoping, but on this team, it's kind of hard to make somebody score a lot unless somebody's not scoring, and really no way to make it good for everybody. 6th man did go to Gary Payton. That is awesome. I don't think I've won that award before, unless Derek Harper got it at some point. I don't think he did. Hakeem gets Defensive Player of the Year for the 5th time. First time in 4 seasons, though. And his first year in Boston. Rumeal Robinson, Most Improved in Phoenix. In his 3rd season, played big minutes. Coach of the Year, Don Nelson, for it says 7th time, so I think every time we've gotten 70 wins, he gets Coach of the Year. And for the first time in a long time, Howard Dudley, who is the Pacers GM / me, he didn't get it. So the Lakers, even though they had 10 fewer wins, get Executive of the Year. Huh. I don't know what goes into that award. Maybe winning with what they have, I guess. Pacers don't have a first-team All-NBA person. John Stockton is not here. So Johnson, Drexler, Worthy, Danny Manning, 21 and 10 rebounds in the Admiral. Second team, John Stockton's still not here. What is happening? We did get Scottie Pippen, who ended up averaging 18, 8, and 6, 2 steals over a block. Shot nicely, not so good from 3. Didn't quite shoot 100 of them. And he's a happy guy. So Timmy, Dominique, and Hakeem. There's John Stockton. So his points were lower, but assists and steals were higher and the same. He shot relatively the same, but somehow he's dipped to third team All-NBA after being second team the last 4 seasons. So Timmy Hardaway, I guess, well, he's been second team. Isaiah's the guy who stepped it up. He wasn't anything last year, it looks like. Patrick Ewing gets third team. So he's been first team the last couple years. Dips down to third team. What did he end up averaging for the Supersonics? 21 and 11. He's not very happy. Freaking Roy Tarpley's here. I skipped right over that. So the Blazers lose Hakeem, and Roy Tarpley steps up, I guess. Kendall Gill and Charles Barkley. All defensive. We did get Scotty in there. How many is that for him? 4 in a row. First team. Harper, Drexler, Danny Manning. What is happening? He's been first team all defense 3 times. Was Danny Manning a good defender? I don't know. I don't remember him being all defense. Second team. Fat makes it for the Nuggets. Second year in a row. Dennis Rodman was second team last year and first team the year before that for the Pacers. But still a great season, it looks like. Up to 46%. Part of the reason I traded him, was because he wasn't shooting very well. But he got lots more rebounds when you take him away from Patrick Ewing. And Ewing was second team all defense. All rookie, we've got Shaq, Zoe, Jackson, Leitner, and Weatherspoon. So first pick, second pick, third pick, fourth pick, and sixth pick. So the fifth pick is not here, it's the 7th, 13th, 21st, 11th, and 23rd. I don't know who the fifth pick was. So we take on the Cavs, who we just beat in the second to last game. Celtics Magic, that's a cool matchup. Bird and Olajuwon against Dominique and Hardaway. We got MJ's Heat taking on Robinson and Richmond of the Nets. The Bucks are randomly number 2. They don't really have any star players against Barkley's Bullets. Magic and Worthy against Spurs are Mullen and Doherty. I don't remember who's on the Clippers. Or the Wolves have Rick Smits, who's like 88 overall or something crazy. Rockets have some decent players. Warriors are the ones with Manning and Coleman if he's back from his injury. Blazers still have Drexler. So let's see if anything else happened. No more coaching changes. Who do I play? The Cavs. Cavs, Valentine's Day today, so he'll be playing, it seems like. Oops. The last weekly awards went to Olajuwon, Hardaway, Purvis Ellison. Clifford Robinson also got one. Player of the Month, Robinson and Worthy. Rookie of the Month, Shaq and Jackson. So this is the first season, I don't know how long, maybe ever, or well, probably not ever. The first couple seasons, the Pacers weren't very good. So it's been a long time since the Pacers didn't have a Player of the Month. But it was pretty equal scoring. Shaq went every other month getting Rookie of the Month. Let's take a look at how the stats ended up. there's what I mean by even scoring. So Shaq 18.5, 18 for Pippen, 15.5 for Reggie, 14 for Kellogg, 13 for Peyton, 11 for Stockton. Relatively injury-free throughout the year. Kellogg missed some games and Reggie missed some games, which allowed Peyton to start. We allowed Rice and Kemp to start there at the end. Ennis Watley was starting for the Sonics before I got him. And Dikembe was starting for the Bulls before I traded for him. So there's the scoring. Percentage-wise, most people were at 50 or above. Watley, well, he wasn't really playing for me. Mutombo couldn't really get his stuff in order. Rebounding, Shaq was so close to 10. Pippen actually got more than Kellogg. Assists, Stockton, Peyton, Watley. Pippen had a career-high assist, 5.7. Steals, Pippen and Peyton. That's pretty cool. And Stockton. I imagine I led the league in steals with those three guys on my team. Shaq was crazy at blocks. Pippen actually shot just as much as Shaq, which is interesting. I mean, part of it is Pippen played the first half of the season on the Sonics as their best player, but Shaq shot tendencies only 88. I didn't realize that. Probably should have put that at like 99. Wasn't shooting quite enough. And Pippen shot quite a bit. His tendencies, what? 80. So it doesn't quite make sense, but maybe because he was on another team. I am going to put that up for the playoffs, though. That's unfortunate. I thought Shaq was shooting enough. I'm actually going to check real quick how many times per 36 he shot as a rookie. See if that does belong up a little higher. 92, 93, 15.3. So was he not getting enough free throws? That could be. .6. He averaged 8.5 free throws. He also shot a better percentage in real life. He was at 60% as a rookie, and that looks pretty terrible there. That's a big 45. So that's a couple points a game that he's missing out on. And that could have had him above 20. So I am going to put his shots up. Let's do that. I don't mess with this stuff all that often. Let's just put it 95. In hopes that he just has a crazy good playoff here. Alright, we've got to do our rotation. We got to get Reggie back in for Spreewell, who is still very happy. He's a 22-year-old. Got 8 points a game there in his 2 games. We got to get Kellogg back in the starting lineup. Reggie, where'd he go? Now let's load our original lineup and work from there. I'm going to put them in order so it's easier to tell what the heck I'm doing. Anderson, Watley, Ori up. Alright. I think I might just start with what was working, which is this lineup, and do that against the Cavs. And let's go over to see what the Cavs have going on. We already saw they only have, so Valentine's day to day. They are 7-3 in their last 10, so coming off a good end of season. Kendall Gill, don't think I need to put anybody in particular on him. Bill Cartwright looks like he's their center. They've got Manute. Reggie Lewis is only 75. I'm not seeing, Mark Aguirre. So I'm thinking that needs to be Scottie Pippen, guarding Mark Aguirre. I think he is their starting small forward. They have Kelly, who's a good shooter. I don't see a point guard that I really need to apply Gary Payton to. Maybe Peyton could guard Kendall Gill when he's in, but I'm just going to let them automatically do that. Let me go see who they were starting real quick. It appears that, yes, Aguirre's small forward. Valentine's their starting point guard. So if he's playing, Stockton will be on him. That's fine. Stacey King is their starting power forward. He's 78 overall. Alright, I don't see any reason we should have a lot of trouble with this team, but I've said that in years past, and it's been surprising. So let's see game one here. Not forgetting anything, I don't think. Let's go. Game one to the Pacers by 32. I like it. John Stockton leads the team, so whether Valentine played or not, they did not have somebody to take care of Johnny from three-point land. 4 for 4. Glenn Rice steps it up off the bench. Shaq with his first playoff game of his career, 21, 12, and 5 blocks. Peyton got 7 assists, but also 5 turnovers. He had 5 of my team's 9. 9 is great. Aguirre struggled, so good job, Scotty. Did Scotty have... No steals or blocks. But deeded up on Aguirre, it looks like. Manute gets 11 rebounds. Valentine did play, but didn't score. So, seems like we're okay with that turnout. They never led. As usual, I will check to make sure no further injuries for either team. Valentine is back all the way. Let's go to game 2. It is a victory by only 7 this time. Special K leads the team with 24. We got Reggie and Pippen. Shaq only with 13 and 2 and fouled out. It seems like there's a correlation between him fouling out and not getting rebounds. If you play 31 minutes, I feel like he should get more than 2 rebounds. Kemp got a double-double, though. Stockton with 13 assists. Mark Aguirre had a great game this time. Almost a triple-double. Only missed 6 of his 16 shots. Trapuka didn't even shoot a 3. I guess he's not that good at them. He's only 74. I think he's gone down with age. Because I'm pretty sure he used to be, 46%, 42%. Alright, so not a great game. We struggled from the line. We had 17 turnovers. We tied in rebounds, it looks like. They still never led, though, so that's good. Well, we got out to a 15-point lead in the first and then 21 at halftime, so had a nice cushion. Let's see if anything... Kendall Gill is injured, but might be playing, I think. We are going to, I think, just let things roll for game 3 in Cleveland. Cleveland takes one, so 12-point victory for the Cavs. Mark Aguirre, another big scoring game. Randy White gets a double-double. Shaq only 15. Reggie had a nice game. What happened? The fourth quarter, oh my gosh, how much were we down by? Down by 7 at the end of the first, down by 15 at halftime, and down by 28 heading into the fourth. And then we beat them in the fourth by 16 and therefore still lost by 12. Wow. That is terrible, guys. What are you doing? Nobody fouled out. We had 17 turnovers again. 11 steals and 10 blocks. That should be a victory. But we couldn't make threes. They out-rebounded us again. We did lead by 3 at some point. That's probably when it was 3-0, I'm guessing. Alright, well, not great. We're scoring 9 more than them. Rebounds are almost tied. We are shooting much better. I'm going to go see stats here. Playoff. Who's struggling? Does anybody need some playing time adjusted? Stockton and Peyton are amazing. Mutombo, well, he's not shooting much, so percentage can't be trusted. Nobody's really doing terrible. Shaq's percentage is actually the worst. What has happened? Bill Cartwright shutting him down? Bill Cartwright and Manute Bull, I guess. Shaq would just like beat up Manute, I would think. Maybe not as a rookie. I don't know. Okay, I think I'll just leave it and keep on going. Hopefully we can win one in Cleveland. We did. Okay. Whew. 24-point win. Mark Aguirre got 29 points. So he, other than game one, was really amazing, even with Scottie Pippen locked onto him. We didn't let Manute block us at all. Meanwhile, Shaq finally breaks loose with 28 points, had a nice shooting percentage, so shot up to 53. His rebounds were still super low for the series. Stockton only 5 for 13. We did not shoot great. 2 for 7, Rice. Kellogg only 6 points. Rebounds, we did beat them thanks to some offensive rebounds. Threes were rough again. So we're taking on the Celtics. Oh boy. We've got rookie Shaq against Hakeem and the Celtics. We got Scotty, hopefully to shut down Larry Bird at age 36. Is there anybody's minutes I want to change? Glenn Rice didn't shoot very well, neither did Kellogg. Where's Kemp? Do I want to play Kemp more? Yes, I do. So let's let Kemp play a minute for Kellogg right here. And then I want to take another minute from Rice as well if he's not going to shoot very well. Right there. And we're going to save that somewhere. This one. And then we're going to go to the Celtics. They have no injuries. They're averaging more points, more rebounds, shooting much better from three. Oh boy. They did lose one in the first round just like me. We are going to guard Larry Bird nice and tight. And we are going to put Scottie Pippen on him. They've got Stanley Roberts, Walt Williams as a rookie. Hakeem will be guarded by Shaquille O'Neal, wherever he is. We've got John Barry. I don't know how much he'll play, but he can shoot the ball. Tony Bennett can also shoot. Anthony Mason is a nice role player for them. Not somebody I need to... I feel like I can probably let him have some space. We'll see how that works. I've never really done that with many people. Livingston. Hopefully that'll allow people to help over on Olajuwon. Holton, Bo Kimball. Randy Brown's a good defender. They got Spud at point guard. Curry. Right? Spud's their point guard. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how things go. I wasn't really paying attention. Michael Jordan has moved on to the second round, so the upset over David Robinson's Nets. We got a close one down there. The Rockets moved on over the Suns. We got the Blazers maybe upsetting the Warriors. And the Spurs did win a game on the Lakers. Let's go ahead and see what thing... Okay, Lakers made it. Blazers did upset. And the Bucks made it. It would have been cool to see Barkley's Bullets against MJ's Heat. But instead we get the not-so-stellar Bucks. Michael Jordan's averaging 31 points per game down there in the ticker. I want to go see what he averaged in the season. Did it go up? No. He did end up at 21 yet again. But at least in the playoffs, he's averaging a lot. Getting some more PT, but they have some injuries. All right, game one against the Celtics in Indy. Whew, all right. Get out to a good start. Oh, my. That's not just a good start. That's a 41-point win. We were up by 23 at the end of the first. We didn't lose a quarter. We won every quarter by 5 or more. What a game. This game was like perfect. Shaq and Pippen were amazing. Shaq still not getting rebounds for some reason. Stockton with 6 steals. Only made 1 3. It was Glenn Rice in his 11 minutes. Okay then. Bird still managed a nice game. Held Olajuwon to 14 on pretty poor shooting. Walt Williams is 1 for 11, so keep on shooting it, Walt. Seems like helping off of Mason was good. He didn't even get any assists. We did have a lot more rebounds, led by as many as 44, and they never led. All right, make sure there's no injuries. Keep on rolling. Game 2 to the Pacers. Oh, we held them to 8 points in the first, and another 40-point win. This one by 43. Shaq is liking the matchup against the Dream. He's doing better against Hakeem Olajuwon than he did against Bill Cartwright. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but I'll take it. Gary Payton with a double-double along with Stockton. We had 22 steals. That's probably the most I've ever seen. Pippen had 7 of them. What a game. 51 of 86. I thought the first game was nice. We're not shooting threes very well, and this one we did not stop Hakeem. He still shot under 50%, but had 6 blocks. Bird, they had a lot of turnovers. Walt wasn't 1 for 11 in this one. We're not shooting good threes. We only missed 2 free throws. Shaq was 3 for 3. Don't see him go 100% very often. We had a lot of turnovers too, but they had 10 more. Led by 45, and they again never led a game. This is off to a good start. Oops. Still no injuries. Let's go to Boston and see if we can get a 3-0 lead. Yes, we can. Only by 2. A much closer game. We had a 3-point lead at halftime, and then they came back a little in the fourth. Bird and Olajuwon consistently at the top. This was both of their best games. This time Anthony Mason did get assists and score all his buckets, but I'd rather he try to beat me than these other guys. That's why I'm playing off of him. Clark Kellogg, nicely done. I imagine Mason's their starting power forward because Bird's still a small forward. So Kellogg's doing that on Anthony Mason. Pippen with a nice one. Shaq down to 16 in this one, but still a good, efficient game. Sean Kemp was great. 7 for 9 in 20 minutes. Payton with a double-double. Stockton with 18 assists. I love it. Did make half our threes, but only shot 6 of them. They did lead by 8 at some point. Interesting. Can we sweep the Celtics? So the rivalry with Olajuwon exists, although Ewing's not on the team, on the Pacers anymore. We are trying to take it out on Olajuwon like we took it out on him in the finals every time he was with the Blazers. And we sweep them. This one by 16. We end it in Boston. Olajuwon 22 and 11 again, so his playoffs were great, 24 and 11. He didn't shoot great. And Larry Bird was much better in the playoffs than he was in the regular season, played a bit more as well. Shaq with 33 and 7, only missed 3 shots. That is beautiful. Good stuff. No amazing games from anyone else. Peyton with a nice one, though. Only made 1 3, but so did they. They led by 2 at some point. All right, we've got tie series in LA, Battle of LA. Blazers looking to upset the Rockets, proving perhaps that they can make it further without Olajuwon than Olajuwon could do by joining Bird in Boston. That's going to be interesting. And Michael Jordan is about to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, it looks like, for I think the first time. I know I've played them in the semifinals before. I don't think I've played them in the conference finals. Let's go delete that. Make sure still no injuries, good stuff. And sim round. It is Michael Jordan in the Heat. The Rockets came back and beat the Blazers. That's kind of sad. No, I don't even know who's on the Rockets still. It's Chuck Person and they got Dumars back, yeah. Terry Porter. It's a bunch of pretty good guys that aren't amazing overall wise. So Lakers and Rockets. Oh man, I don't want to face the Lakers. The Clippers put up a fight. I'm gonna go see how people did in that series. See if I want to adjust any more minutes. Shaq was 69%, 24 points per game. Just glorious. Stockton didn't shoot as well. I could give, well, it's hard to give a bench player more than 30 minutes without him just playing an entire quarter. Everybody was great in that series. So I change nothing. We'll just keep it as is unless it says Shaq should only play 28 minutes. I'm going to say no to that. Let's get ready for the Heat. Dantley is not playing. That's helpful. Even though he's pretty old, he's still like their second or third best player. And Greg Anthony probably isn't playing or isn't playing as much. We're scoring 11 more points than them. Rebounds are exactly tied. Lots more assists than them because I have Stockton, Payton, and Pippen. Field goal percentage much better. My threes have been terrible in the playoffs so far. They've got Dana Barros, so he is a shooter. We'll probably, I don't know, Peyton's playing a lot of shooting guard, so I feel like I'm going to put Peyton on, no, never mind, I'm putting Pippen on Mr. Jordan. Kevin Willis is their interior threat, if you want to call it that. I don't think I'm going to put Shaq on him, though. I'm not sure who their center is. We are going to put Pippen on Jordan. I need to go see who the heck they're starting. Is Kevin Willis their center? Who are you playing? Heat. Barros, Jordan, Willis, PJ Brown is their starting center. So maybe I do put, well, Shaq can help off of PJ Brown. So if I put Shaq on Willis, I'll maybe limit what Willis does, but the fact that he just shot 34%, maybe I don't need to worry about him. So if Shaq guards PJ, he can help off of him because he's not a scorer. And it looks like Seeley's starting with the injury to Dantley. So Pippen on Jordan leaves Reggie to guard Seeley. That's fine by me. And we'll just let Stockton and Payton switch on Barros. I wish I could put like a backup target guy on Jordan. Because if Pippen's not in, I want it to be Payton. But I guess Reggie can do. Here we go. Game 1 against the Heat in Indy to the Pacers. 18-point victory. Sean Kemp, of all people, leads the team with a double-double. Stockton also with a double-double. Shaq only 13, but 4 blocks and 13 rebounds. So he hasn't been getting rebounds, but this time he does and forgets to score. Michael Jordan was not kept in check. 31 points. Only missed 8 of his 21 shots. Willis 3 for 10, so he wasn't much of a threat. We're going to hope Shaq can dominate P.J. Brown. The rookie battle, but 172 overall, and the other is 86. So hopefully that's a one-sided matchup. Our threes have just been terrible in the playoffs. I don't know what is happening. They did have a lead at some point. Greg Anthony is on his way back, it looks like. Let's go game 2 in Indy. Is a victory by 18. Reggie leads the team. Finally, we make some threes, but still as a team, we're only 3 for 10 because Pippen missed all 3 of his. Gary Payton with a nice double-double. Kemp again playing more because Shaq fouled out in 20 minutes and Kellogg fouled out in 16 minutes. So the good news is they should be plenty ready for the next game after not playing much in this one. Kellogg also only had 2 points in those 16 minutes. So thank you, Sean Kemp, for stepping it up. Michael Jordan with 22 in this one. Kevin Willis had a much better game because he was playing against my backups instead. And rebounds, we beat them by 11. They led again at some point, this one by 6. Greg Anthony still not quite all the way back, but working on it. So first game in Miami, here we go. Victory by 17. Jordan down to 20 in this one. So scoring has gone down each game. Dana Barros had 6 turnovers. Willis only 4 for 11. They did make 5 of their 8 threes. Holy moly, Shaq, 37 and 10. We got Reggie making only 1 of his 5 threes. At least we had 4 guys make a 3. Kellogg only 4 points. He's not been great this series. But other guys are stepping it up. We shot over 50%. Unfortunately, 31% from downtown is like one of our better games so far in the playoffs. Barely beat them in rebounds. It says 0 fast break points to their 18. Interesting. They did not lead in this one. All right. Do I dare take any minutes away for a deciding game 4 to make sure nobody gets hurt for the finals? I think I do. I think we give Scottie Pippen a rest here. And maybe one more from Kellogg since he's been struggling here. Try that. For game number 4, still in Miami. What's happening over here? Lakers trying to sweep the Rockets. Pacers on to the finals for the 8th straight year, looking for a 7th straight championship. This was an 21-point win, thanks to a 16-point fourth quarter victory. We struggled in the first, but then every other quarter was good stuff. Michael Jordan had 12 points, so every game his scoring went down. He fouled out in that one as well. Kevin Willis didn't shoot very well. Reggie with 20 points. Shaq's down here with 10. 10, 10, and 7. Interesting game. 4 for 11. Everybody shot 11 times or more, pretty much. Mutombo, efficient. Yep, there you go. It'd be cooler if he made that shot, but 4 rebounds, 2 blocks. That's all you need to do. Stockton with a good game. Finally made all our threes. Look at that, 9 for 14. I don't know why we're shooting that many, but I'll take it. Glenn Rice made both of his. They did lead by 13. All right. Oh boy. Should we just go ahead and prepare for the Lakers? Mike Sanders Day. Why is Mike Sanders always on the team we play? Oh boy. So 3 more points, almost 4 more points. They're beating us in rebounds. We get more assists, shoot much better, and threes are relatively close. So, I don't hate it. I'm probably going to keep the lineup where I was just whooping on the Heat. I don't see anybody I would take out, Reggie shooting 50% in the playoffs. Shaq is doing amazing. Mark Eaton played in the playoffs at some point and made a shot. I don't remember that happening. Scottie Pippen's been great, except not at 3. Almost everybody's happy. Sean Kemp, not so much. Reggie Kellogg, not so much. Alright, here we go. I think... Oh, God. Magic third point guard. I need to put Pippen on Worthy, because he scores 26 points per game. We will go tight on him, which means probably when Peyton's in, he should guard Magic. Where the heck is he? Peyton says he's a 99 at defense because he's 99 at lateral quickness and perimeter defense, 97 at steal. Oh, Emily, what is Stockton? 81. All right, yep, that's definitely Gary Payton. We'll just let them do whatever against him, I guess. He's probably good at threes. I probably need to look at that. They've got Thorpe at power forward, Alton Lister, Pressey, Stith, Bill Lambier's their center. I'd rather Shaq not guard Lambier because he shoots jump shots. I'd rather Shaq guard Thorpe and be on the interior. So let's do that. And hopefully that'll keep Thorpe from scoring too much as well. I'm going to go see how they've been doing. This is all assuming the Lakers pull it off, which I imagine they will. Here's the conference finals output. So Shaq had one great game, which ended up getting a double-double average for him, 18 and 10. He fouled quite a bit. Pippen had 5 fouls a game. What are you doing, Scotty? But as a team, shot amazingly. Whoops. Let's go over to the Lakers. They are starting... So Paul Pressey is their starting shooting guard. Magic, does he make threes? It says 0.3 of 3.3, so it looks like... Well, he hasn't been good in this conference finals, but he's decent. He is 73 at them. We'll just let Peyton guard him however he sees fit, I guess. Thorpe is playing 31 minutes, not shooting amazing. Let's look at the playoffs total. Yeah, shooting a little better. So I think it makes sense to put Shaq on him, and then that'll leave Kellogg or Kemp on Lambier most of the time. That works for me. Shaq will be closer on the inside for rebounds that way. Okie doke. Lakers win 4-1. Oh boy, let's see if they have any injuries now. Mike Sanders still day-to-day. I feel like I'd like Shaq to play even more. Maybe not here. Play him more in the second half. Try that. Game 1. Whoops. Game 1 in Indy. Here we go. Whew. Oh my goodness. That says 36 points. It also says Clark Kellogg got 26. John Stockton, 7 turnovers, but got 23. Reggie with 20 and 7 steals. Of all the people on this team to get 7 steals, I would put Pippen, Stockton, and Peyton way above Reggie. Pippen almost got a triple-double. Shaq only 16 points, but had 6 blocks and got a lot of rebounds. Great games pretty much across the board. Kellogg was 12 for 15. We did have a lot of turnovers, but so did they. Harvey Grant randomly was 17 points in 16 minutes. We held Magic to 13 and 12, which is saying something when he averages 22 and 15 in the playoffs. And Worthy to 22 when he was getting 25, 26 this year. I will take that as a huge victory. Way to set the tone. Indiana Pacers led by 41 at some point. They never led. maybe we can do it. We get rid of Ewing. Paul Pressey's now hurt. Looks like he'll probably play. We get rid of Ewing. Get that small forward position upgraded. Game 2. Oh, yeah. Pacers win. This time only by 3. It was a close one throughout, it looks like. Shaq with an amazing game, 24 and 11. Reggie shot a lot, got 20 points. Kellogg with another good one. Stockton didn't shoot well, but otherwise another good all-around game for everyone. Not as many turnovers, it's good. Shot really good from downtown. Oh, didn't hold Worthy in check, nor Magic, scoring-wise. How do we do fouling-wise? No, I was afraid Pippen would be fouling a lot guarding Worthy. Magic went to the line a lot, but also fouled out. That could have been the deciding factor, too, if Magic didn't get to play the end of the game. Double check here. Any changes? Everybody's back for the Lakers. I think we continue the course. Game 3 in LA. Pacers win by 2. Holy moly. We were terrible in the second quarter, and then we flip-flopped in the third quarter and pulled it out barely in the fourth after they came back. Magic had a terrible game, well, for what he's used to, and also fouled out again. Lister fouled out, Worthy fouled out. Without those foul outs, I don't think this is a victory. They did turn it over a lot. Shaq 27 and 10. Shaquille O'Neal as a rookie, I think, is about to get Finals MVP as long as we win one of the next 4 games. Has that happened before? I'm sure it has. Rookie MVP. John Stockton 1 for 10. You don't see that from him very often. Rebounds were really close. They actually had a bigger lead than I did. We had the ball 5 more minutes. Alright, I think I go all out minutes-wise to try to put them away. Give Scottie Pippen another minute here. Reggie's not going to get another minute. Kellogg can because he's much better than Kemp. Give Shaq here 39. Yeah, that's fine. Here we go. Game 4 in LA. Can we sweep the Lakers? Boom! A 19-point win for a 7th straight finals. It is not Shaquille O'Neal as the finals MVP. It is the new acquisition at the trade deadline, Scottie Pippen, only at 13 points, but 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2.5 steals, 2.5 blocks. Shot nicely, 49%. Wow. Didn't score as much as he did in the playoffs overall, but many more rebounds, about the same assists, more steals, way more blocks, and didn't shoot as well, but made more threes. I'd say it was a pretty good trade. To trade the 3-4-time Finals MVP Patrick Ewing for Scottie Pippen. Let's see, Magic almost got a triple-double, played 41 minutes. Worthy was held to 18 on terrible shooting. Their team shot terrible. Good stuff. Reggie with a great game, 23. He never quite got great threes. He shot 33% for the playoffs, but his scoring did go up in the playoffs. This was with 3 guys fouling out. Kellogg, Pippen, and Shaq, who got 5 points and 6 rebounds. I'm guessing that's why he would not win Finals MVP. I don't know. Those stats were crazy for Scottie Pippen. I don't remember him getting that many blocks recent games. Oh, he had a game with 6. I missed that. So never scored over 16 points, but look at the other stats. Shaq, on the other hand, I think if he would have got 20 points, 10 rebounds, he probably gets it. That's got to be close. I don't know what all goes into the calculation, but we made 5 threes. Pacers win. Booyah. I'm going to go see playoff stats, player for the finals. Who do you give finals MVP to here? I mean, Shaq 18 and 10, 2 blocks on 58%. Pippen, though, rebounds were close, but 5 fewer points, lots more assists. I guess across the board you give it to Scottie Pippen. It makes sense. Shaq was 3rd on the team. Reggie Miller and Clark Kellogg stepped it up in the finals. Special K, he made a run for MVP, I would say. He did do it one year. How many years ago was that? Oh, I can't see it here. I have to go here. Oops. He did it 4 years ago. So 1, 2, 3. Now the 4th different MVP in 7 years, because Ewing got it 4 times, including 3 straight. I totally forgot also that last year it was against the Sonics. So Patrick Ewing got the Finals MVP over the Sonics, and then I traded Patrick Ewing for Scottie Pippen, and Scottie Pippen gets the Finals MVP, and also the first time I've swept somebody in the Finals. What a historic season. I thought winning so many championships in a row might start to get boring, but we did lots of cool stuff this year. Didn't do as great in the regular season, and the Lakers were also super good. Like, they were the closest record-wise that we've had in quite a while. Wow. All right. Well, I think that is where we will stop with a 7th straight championship for the Indiana Pacers. Thanks for tuning in. When we come back, we will be in the 93 off season looking at the draft class for Chris Webber, Penny Hardaway. Looks like my top pick is going to be barely in the top 10. So we will see if I use that pick or not. I don't think I have any big decisions to make contract-wise. Let's do a quick look overall. So best guy I have. So Rice and Kemp are free agents. They both have, yeah, they were in the same draft. So they both have restricted free agency, so I'll probably bring them back. But otherwise, Nick Anderson wasn't really playing for the team. I'm surprised he stayed happy because he played very few games. He only played before I made the deadline trade for Scottie Pippen. So I'm not sure he'll be back on the team. Otherwise, this team is pretty much running it back, I think. Good stuff. Although I might be close to the hard cap. Uh-oh. I didn't think about that. That'll be an interesting twist. I haven't had to deal with that. It came up when I was trying to make trades at the deadline, and then came up when I tried to sign a 15th player. So we'll see if that happens. Till then, thanks for watching. Hopefully it's been fun. Shaq Redemption is out.